To me, the Ukrainian culture and heritage in our diaspora and in our community is extremely important. I grew up in a family where culture was everywhere, in visual art, in music, in dance. It was part of our lives. And to me, the opportunity that I have as somebody involved in the arts and in the Ukrainian arts specifically is a privilege. I feel very, very lucky to have this as my goal in life. When I was growing up, I started Ukrainian dancing when I was 5 years old at our church at St. Nicholas Ukrainian Catholic Parish, where my family was a member. And I was taught by dancers from Shumka, and they inspired me. And over the years, I worked very hard to eventually become a Shumka dancer. It was when I was in my early 20s, and I danced for about 8 years. So dance became my main medium through Bottom Line Productions, a company that I own and operate, where we do marketing for a variety of arts organizations. I'm also able to work with choirs and operas and Broadway shows and lots of other opportunities. But for me, Ukrainian dance has always been the pinnacle of my focus.
All right, so I'm an archivist, and I've worked as an archivist for 13 years now. I think archives are very important for society in general and any particular community. Archives keep organizations, governments, and individuals accountable. They also serve as collective memory or cultural memory of any group. And for Ukrainian Canadian community, with such rich history here in Canada and such rich cultural heritage, it is very important to be able to preserve this cultural heritage and make it accessible. Archivists do certain things that other people don't. They have ability to structure large volumes of information, including digital information, make it discoverable, accessible. In the digital age, it is a challenge that every archival institution faces to be able to preserve the authenticity of records and also make them, preserve them in the long term and make them accessible as long as needed. But the cultural aspect of it, I think, is also very important because archives help shape our identity as a community, maintain this identity, and also communicate this identity to the outside world.
I think first one needs to really acknowledge that one actually might have a call for something. So I remember myself being very young, aspiring student coming from Ukraine to the University of Alberta in the early 90s, and be very driven to examine and explore the core of Ukrainian Canadian culture. It took me out onto the prairies, into communities, on the farms, and I've spent my graduate studies really learning about people here on the Canadian prairies. I had a call for that. But I wear many hats. I do more than one thing, as many of us do in the community and in our professional lives. I am a professor at the university. I am also the director of the Canadian Institute of Ukrainian Studies, and I'm a researcher. And for each of those roles, I am motivated. And I'm motivated because of all the learnings and all the lessons I've learned from people who I've met throughout my career, to continue on and to, if you wish, plow through so many challenges. And challenges, of course, we do have these days in the field of Ukrainian studies. I am at this position in my life that going forward is also informed by my desire to share what I have learned, what I have accomplished, and by my desire to build the next generation of scholars, peers, community supporters who will be knowledgeable about Ukrainian culture, knowledgeable about Ukrainian history, and who will be ambassadors of Ukrainian studies in the world. І тепер, повертаючись до питання до наших потреб для майбутнього розвитку нашої громади. За останні пару років до Канади приїхало практично 300 тисяч українців, які перемістилися до Альберти, до інших провінцій, рятуючись від війни, російської війни в Україні. Це несамовитий внесок і це несамовита можливість розвитку нашої громади досить в такому потужному напрямку. Тут є потенціал для нас всіх. Ті люди, які щойно приїхали з України, можуть і мають скористатися з існуючої інфраструктури нашого організаційного життя. А особливо в Альберті ми маємо чим пишатися. Альбертське організаційне життя – це практично фундамент, я би так сказала, організованого українського життя Канади. Нам є чим поділитися не лише з Канадою, а також з усім світом, коли йдеться про потужності, ресурси, інфраструктуру, талант і знання. Людям, які щойно приїхали з України, я би дуже порадила тим, що намагаються розбудовувати українське громадське життя, якомога глибше ознайомитися з існуючим досвідом організаційного життя українців Канади. І для цього необхідно мережуватися, зустрічатися, знайомитися і вчитися в старших людей, які перед тим провадили і керували різними організаціями, для того, щоб малювати своє організаційне майбутнє, можливо, в новий спосіб, але точно за рахунок і на базі того накопиченого знання, який наша громада в Канаді, і, зокрема, в Альберті, може запропонувати всім, хто хоче долучитися до організаційного життя.